This is an open meeting under section 19.81 to 19.98 of the Wisconsin State Statutes. You have the the meeting minutes from October in front of you. Any need for correction? Or is there a motion to approve them?
I'll motion.
Motion by Chris to approve,
Second.
second by Kate. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approval of October's meeting minutes, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those minutes are approved. Monthly staff reports.
To be honest with you, Todd, I didn't look at these very closely. So review them, let me know your thoughts. Quick overview, looks like we're still trending upward from September of last year.
Adult fitness has rebounded nicely.
Yep, I saw that too. That's a big number.
Indoor aquatics.
I'll also point out that our Touch a Truck had one of its all-time high attendance this past September. As you can see, was almost 250 more than the previous year. So Melanie continues to do a great job with that program. She tries to add something new every year, and she always brings great weather, so that always helps.
The farmers at the farmers market appreciate that as well. They love having Touch a Truck happening on that Saturday, so thank you.
All right, anything else on the reports, guys? All right, communication and correspondence.
We did have a donation come in to the department. We received $1,000 from Larry and Deborah Sackman to be used towards the pool and recreation center. Larry and Deborah are members that utilize both the therapy pool and the leisure pool indoor, the Lutz family, and they also utilize the workout areas typically in the mornings. Joe Kohler will see them quite a bit when he's opening for us. I put this money in front of Zach, and he put together a list of updates for the pool, such as pool weights, kickboards, pool noodles, items for swim lessons that were everything that was in need of an update. So Zach has already made that purchase, almost totaling that $1,000. So we wanted to make sure that we put that money towards giving our members a quality experience at our facility. I did clear these ideas with Larry and Deborah to make sure that we were utilizing the money in the way they saw fit, and they were more than happy with whatever we were choosing. So with that, I want to thank Larry and Deborah Sackman for their generosity and their $1,000 donation.
Thank you, guys.
Very nice.
All right, appearances and public comments. We have no one. No old business. Under new business administration, we have the winter and spring activity guide coming out.
Yep, that'll be distributed at the end of the month here on November 28th. The city registration will begin on December 1st. Online and open registration will begin on December 3rd.
All right, next up, we have a recommendation to close the recreation center on Mother's Day annually.
Yes, if you remember earlier this year, it came to the board, and I don't remember if it was an ask or a tell, but that we were going to close the facility on Mother's Day. We are now taking the steps to make that a regular annual occurrence. We are taking the step to recommending that this become official, and again, it allows our staff to be with and or honor their mothers on Mother's Day. It's traditionally been one of the hardest days for our managers to find staff, even more so than, that day before Christmas or the day after Thanksgiving. Those are always tough days as well, but this one always seemed to be the hardest. And again, it's always been one of our lowest attended days as well. Our drop-in fees that we'd be missing out on would be minimal. Not too many. We don't get regular rentals of the facility or any of the rooms either. So We are recommending that commission adopts that as a policy for us.
All right, guys, you have an executive summary in front of you. Any questions on the summary? Any comments? Any motion?
I'll motion to approve.
Motion by Joe to approve. Second by Ken. Any other discussion, guys? Hearing none. All in favor of approval of staff's recommendation to close the facility on Mother's Day, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Rec programs and activities. First up is a craft class.
Our gingerbread couple kids craft class is coming up on November 15th. It is one of our crafts with Cheryl. She is going to be making wooden gingerbread couple that you can put out year after year. It's a great way for the kids to start their kind of Christmas stuff early, maybe as a gift, things like that. Currently, we have one registered. Usually 2 or 3 is kind of when she starts running it. So hopefully we can get a couple more.
Excellent. And babysitter class.
This past Saturday, we had our babysitter class. So this one was the first one since last May. The instructor that we used to have did leave. She no longer wanted to teach the class due to the Red Cross changing all the requirements to teach the class. So I reached out to actually my previous supervisor at City of Greenfield. She's retired and owns her own business that she now goes around and trains in a bunch of different things from Red Cross, including babysitting. So she came up, she had a full class plus a wait list. She updated it to being also a CPR AED certification class. So the kids got a little perk out of that as well. And then she's coming back in the winter, spring to hold 2 more.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice, Mel. All right, and drop-in toddler playtime.
With the change of room 217 into a tumbling room, we also moved our toddler playtime into that room. It is on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So instead of the gymnasium, it is upstairs. They can use the trampoline, they can use the balance beams, bar, roll down the wedges, tumble everywhere that they want. We also have some non-tumbling toys up there for them to use. So far, it started this last Monday. Monday was very full, very popular. A lot of parents seem to like that change, and parents can either do a walk-in fee or a season pass for a purchase.
There's an ad for it in your program guide. I see Commissioner Helms has it there. And just following it online, it has gotten a positive response. Some requests for older kids I saw to be able to use it as well. So it seems to be a positive change there. So,
Like how much older?
like, did you see the comment? No?
I didn't know.
I forget what age, but when there's non-school days, to have elementary kids be able to, because it's more of a preschool age, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha.
So, first through maybe a 4th grader, I could see having fun. The room does draw your eye when you walk by it. It looks fun. It looks exciting. There's colors and all over, and yeah, staff has done a nice job of reconfiguring that space.
I like how it goes opposite days of toddler swim.
Well, yeah.
So this gives an option to families out there with toddlers that they can do something every single day of the week between 9:30 and 11 at the rec department.
Thanks, Kate.
Did this extended, right? You only had like 1 or 2 days last, prior to that, or when you had it down in the gym?
In the gymnasium, it was Mondays and Wednesdays. So
Yeah,
I
okay.
believe it was only
So
Mondays and Wednesdays. I don't think it was
Correct.
Fridays.
This took place of that.
Yeah.
Right. So then all the toys in those bins and the basketball hoops and stuff, we're not pulling that out anymore. In the gym, whatever's upstairs is what they're gonna be utilizing instead, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay,
Um,
good.
And
No, I think it's great. I mean, you're right, the room is cool.
All right. shift gears here with adult and youth sports and a staff report on the Winter Volleyball League.
Once again, our Winter Volleyball League is full. We have 16 teams once again. It started this last Monday. There are 9 in our A League, 7 in our B League, and then the league will be running until about mid-February.
All right, tell us about youth volleyball.
We have Eclipse Volleyball Club coaching this year for us for youth volleyball, and it starts this next Monday. This is the first time that they're helping us out. It's been the Hartford Volleyball Club, but we are excited to have Eclipse help us out this time. We currently have 32 kids signed up. We do have a maximum of 40, so that's a great turnout so far for this class. And I'm excited to get started.
All right, drop-in pickup basketball.
Drop-in pickup starts tomorrow night. And as in the past, those that want to participate do have to pay a fee, sign a waiver, and show an ID in order to do all of that. They can get a wristband starting that day, and it is open to the first 30 players. So the wristbands can be that day, but it has to be purchased by the person playing. It can't be purchased by a friend who wanted to have the wristband.
All right, lastly, drop-in pickleball.
Pickleball is back at the Recreation Center. Started this last Monday. It'll be held 4 days a week, as it has in the past. And then players can once again do either a daily fee or a season pass. And we did add a little bit more time on Wednesday since we did move the toddler tumbling time upstairs instead of in the gymnasium. So we did add, I think, an hour or so on Wednesday mornings. But it'll continue until May or whenever it gets warm enough that they're outside.
All right, thanks, Mel. Moving on to aquatics, no report on Vex Aquatic Center, but we do have a report on Hartford Family Aquatic Center sponsored by the Lutz Family Foundation with respect to swim lessons first.
Yeah, so our second fall session of swim lessons will start next Monday on the 10th. I was working on the instructor packets today and was pleasantly surprised that there's only about 5 or 6 openings overall for our classes. So very full classes for this next session, which is great to see. Typically, this is the session that it picks up for the indoor pool, now that we're kind of separated from summer a little bit. There's still, like I mentioned, a couple spots open that families can still sign up at the rec center or online for. And then lessons will follow the same schedule as always. Monday and Wednesday evenings, 5 to 8, or Saturday mornings, 8:30 to 11:30.
All right, tell us about the Thanksgiving special.
To celebrate Thanksgiving weekend towards the end of the month, we're offering a special open swim on Friday, November 28th, during our normal open swim from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Where anybody who comes to the open swim only has to pay $1. It's one of our few discounted days throughout the year. And we aren't open on Thanksgiving, so we can't offer anything the day of, which people are typically with their families. But the day after, you can come have fun at the pool and swim with your families for only $1 per person.
Good deal. Thank you, Zach. With respect to parts, we have a staff report on Homestead Park.
Yeah, so update on Homestead, the shade structure project that has been going on, the shade structure itself has been installed. The concrete pad has been poured, and staff has landscaped that. So, again, we will not be putting up the actual shade as our park season officially ended last weekend as we are into November. That was communicated previously to the HOA over there at Borland Farms. So that all but completes that portion of the project. We still have one last piece, would be running electrical to the shade structure. We're just gonna have an electrical post on the outside. We were preparing for that late in the summer, but the post itself was back ordered. And I have not followed up to see where we're at with that with staff. But again, with the park season being over, it wasn't a priority for us, and it's something where we work with Hartford Utilities to get that installed, and it's a pretty simple task, probably less than 2 hours worth of work once we have everything in line and be able to put that in.
Right. Update on the pickleball court stairs.
Yes, so stairs and path have been completed. They look really nice. And that was Duquesne Concrete, did a nice job, worked well. I enjoyed working with those gentlemen, enjoyed talking with them. They were easy to work with, good to work with. I would certainly consider working with them again in the future. A handrail has been purchased, constructed, and delivered. Just a matter of staff installing it, so we'll have a handrail that goes along the sides, both sides of that, of the steps themselves, because there is a bit of a drop-off, so we don't want to see anybody slip, fall, come off of that, so we will be doing that. Along with the pickleball courts itself, you know, we say that the park season's over, so we have closed the bathrooms for the season. One side note with that, Centennial Park bathrooms will be open this Saturday for the Christmas parade. It will be open all day. I know we have the train with Santa there as well, so those looking to use facilities, the Centennial Park bathroom will be open on Saturday and Saturday only. We did leave the Willowbrook bathrooms open. They have been open, and we'll be shutting those down tomorrow with the cooler overnight temperatures coming this weekend and into early next week. That's one of our older structures, so we will be shutting that down. And as far as the pickleball courts themselves, per request, we have left them open. It's been nice days out, sun. It's been breezy and cool. Still getting regular use. Are the courts full? No, but the players are still utilizing those courts. I will give them a heads up saying, hey, we're going to shut those down. So what a shutdown will look like is we will take the nets off of the frames. We're going to bring the frames all together in one area of the court complex, and we're going to tarp those to shield them from conditions, so that way we prolong the life of those. And we will also lock up the courts to make sure that there is no skateboarding, skating, and or bikes on that as it is posted as such. So if anyone sees that, you can notify the police at a non-emergency number, letting them know that they have users. You can also let us know at the rec center. If myself or one of my managers are available, we will kindly go over there and ask them to anybody doing that to cease and desist from doing such activities out there, so.
All right, GIS update.
Yes, so we have been working with Washington County GIS on a couple different, we'll call them projects. First and foremost, marking and monitoring all of our parks trees. So not the city's trees, so like the boulevard trees, not the boulevard, the grass area between the sidewalk and the road, that does not constitute a park tree. But any trees within our park system. So what we are setting up with them is we'll be able to, as I said, mark these trees, so we'll be able to dictate what kind of tree that is, its age, maintenance, whether it needs it or has had maintenance as far as just trimming, or if it's diseased or something like that. As staff goes out and updates this, they'll take a picture of it. So when we go online, you can simply click on that and you'll be able to have access to all that information. So it'll help us determine, as we plant trees every year, we remove trees. We can get a percentage of how many oaks we have or how many elms we have, and kind of you want that balanced out. As these diseases come up and come through, you don't want to have too much of one tree and wipes out that whole species. So the county has been really good to work with. Mike, thank you. Mike has been excellent to work with. I would deem him borderline excited about the stuff we ask him. He's like, yep, that's easy to do. I'd love to do it. So he's been friendly that way. We're also going to do this with our park benches throughout the park system. Many of our park benches are memorial benches, so that way you'll be able to click and see who's named the benches in honor of and who made the donation. Going back to the trees, we'll have the same thing with the trees. When someone donates a memorial tree, you can see who it's donated to and who it was donated by. So that'll be part of it as well. And then another element of this, which the Parks guys have been previously working with, It'll be much more accurate is plotting out Pleasant Hill Cemetery and each and every lot that is there. The parks guys are very particular on how that gets entered. I've offered to have our desk staff help, but they're afraid something's going to go wrong with it. Obviously, their time is short, so it's usually a winter project or a rainy day. They'll be able to put some stuff in. But the county was able to make this much more accurate as far as how it falls. And then eventually, that'll be something where if you're interested in buying a lot, you can see what we have available. Or if you're searching for a loved one or a friend, you can click and find out if they are and where they are in the cemetery as well. So this has been educational for me, but I've enjoyed working with the county, as I said, and our staff is excited about pushing this stuff forward. So we have borrowed an iPad from the taxi that they weren't utilizing. So we were able to take over a cost from taxi to help them out as well, to have the data out in the field. So that's something we've been working on as well.
Cool deal. Project report.
Been able to take advantage of the nice weather. Mowing, we first started mulching leaves probably about a week ago, just with the weather. The leaves have been hanging on, as I'm sure they've been hanging on in your yards too. So we first started being able to do that. Again, we mentioned the work that staff have been doing at Homestead as far as the landscaping and as well as Westside Park. We did get around to staining the Westside Park dugouts, so the interior were stained within the last 2 weeks here. So that's something we really wanted to get done before the winter really hit. And we also removed the Rotary Park Pier, and I believe the water fountain has already been removed too. I need to double check that one though. I know we were talking about it. I've been out of the office for the last 2 days. But anyway, staff has been able to take advantage of this. Coming up here in November, the guys take quite a bit of time for hunting, as well as the streets department, so we're going to be helping one another out. Tim Pisto has asked, and of course, we're more than willing to help them with brush and leaf pickup, as their guys will be hunting too, so we'll be working more together. And that's traditionally how it's been. We've worked more together in the month of November than usually any other month of the year, aside from snow plowing when that comes up, so.
Any questions or comments on any of those reports? Anyone? Hearing none, that brings us to commission requests. Anybody have anything you'd like to see done in our park system or in our facilities? All right, I do have one thing. I have a conflict for our potential next month meeting date, which is Wednesday, December 3rd. Don't necessarily need to know now, but just check and see if any of you guys have conflicts and if we're potentially going to have a quorum or not.
Actually, I will be out of town on the 3rd, so yes, I would be unavailable.
Okay.
So yeah, please check your calendars. I expect that to be a relatively important meeting with the passing of the budget in November. Right now, I'm working on 26 CIP projects. I'm going to get as many on that agenda as we can so we can get on contractor's schedule for the following year. So once the budget's approved, I can officially reach out to get quotes and bids for purchases and projects. We have quite a big year in 26 with CIPs. Not all of them are going to be on the December agenda, but there's 2 right now I'm hoping to get on there, and I hope to at least double that, which would be about a quarter of our projects. So anyway, point being is let us know if you're not able to make that meeting, because then we'll look to rescheduling that meeting sometime in December to make sure that we can push those projects forward. It would be great if we can't do the 3rd to be able to pick possibly a day later that week. I don't have the calendar in front of me. council only meets once in December to be able to go through us, the subcommittee, and push it forward for final approval to council. Obviously, it's something we need to do.
I will follow up with everybody with an email tomorrow. And, just ask you to check on your availability, and let's try and get this hammered out, whether or not that meeting date's gonna hold, or if we need to look at something else that week to get this done for Randy. I'll follow up tomorrow. Anything else tonight? Hearing none, I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
I move.
Motion by Dan,
Second? Oh, go ahead. Scott?
I'll go with Kate. All in favor of adjournment, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank